SGC here, and we're back with a movie review. Tusk. A 2014 American horror comedy drama film written and directed by Kevin Smith, based on a story from his S-Modcast podcast. And the only people that I know are Justin Long in this film, and everyone else look down below. So what's it about? Well, it's about Justin Long playing a dude who's this crazy podcast, looks up really weird stuff, and he heads up to Canada, and somehow things didn't pan out, and he's like, I need a story before I go back, and he finds this old guy who's willing to tell him all these stories, and he goes to this old guy in the middle of nowhere, and they have a chat down, and you have seen the trailers, you should know what happens to him. Tusk. So, if you don't know what's gonna happen, well, I think you should, I don't know, just check out the trailer and then you'll know. So what did I think? Basically, initial premise is cool. Justin Long portrayed this like really crazy podcaster goes up to Canada, and they really do the whole stereotypical Canada thing. And it's like, I laugh because it's stupid. And then we have the whole middle of the nowhere mixed up with Michael Parks, and there's dialogue, and that's pretty cool. It's like a mysterious old man, and you know what's gonna happen if you saw the trailers. So there's this like intrigue as like, oh, when's this gonna go down? How's it gonna go down? And that stuff. And then it plays out, and it's like, whoa, okay, there's steps happening, and it's like interesting. Oh wait, he did that? Is he gonna do that next or not? And that was all cool and everything. And that's it. That's the only thing I liked about this movie. When it actually happens, that's when things fell apart for me. It happens, it looks so ridiculously out of the world. Could not take it seriously. I did not feel the whole thrill or the horror or anything. I was just like, oh, I guess, how else is he gonna look? But rather, there was no process as to up to that point. Like, he made a huge jump in advancement in terms of his aesthetics, and it was just like, I wish there was more like hints and pieces of like, oh, this is what he's gonna do, and then bam. Rather, it was just like, here's a little bit of what I'm going to do, and then bam. Like, all this middle ground is all gone, so there's no setup for the actual end product. So I was like, oh, what did I expect? And then the rest of the movie is sort of like, couldn't they have done it concurrently with everything happening? It would have made it more exciting, but rather it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna look for him. Oh, we look for him. And then this like French guy and his like soul tangent thing happened, and I was just like, oh, when's this movie gonna end? That was it. When I finally saw the end product, I was like, okay, I can leave now. Like, is he gonna die or is he not gonna die? Or I don't really care. And then the whole like, oh, we gotta find him and thing was happening, and I was like, I don't know, even talking about it now is like, that was really boring. So it's kind of sad that the initial premise, the initial vibe, initial atmosphere, initial characterization, and initial dialoguing was awesome. Not awesome, but just intriguing enough that I was like, oh, interesting. I want to watch more of this. But then the rest of the movie was just like, ugh. Anyway, that's it. I have nothing else to say. I mean, Justin Long, you haven't done anything that I've seen recently. So I guess this was a good comeback initially. But everything else was like, ugh. And that's pretty much it for this movie review for Tusk. If you have seen this, leave me a comment down below. Get back to you as soon as possible. And that is all for this Tusk. Out.